We all started out, In the Midst is a Christian recovery rock band. We're out of San Diego. It was formed while I was in prison. I did 15 years behind bars for drugs, alcohol, driving like a maniac, and it broke me down. I lost my father, lost everything, into where I cried out for the Lord, and the Lord came into my heart that day. I know it for a fact, and He turned my whole life around. From going in and out of prison, I started reading His Word, and I just kept coming across in the midst, where two or more gathered, here He is, in the midst, in the midst. And I'm like, wow, that'd be a really cool name for a band. And when I was 10, I always wanted to be in a rock band, and I was always playing guitar. And
it's an all-natural hair color and haircut.
There's that. And make a long story short, I got out and I had a problem with drugs and alcohol, so I ended up checking myself into a program and did the whole program, graduated, and I started leading worship in this little Bible study. And some of the brothers were coming in there and they liked what they saw in my eyes. There was a changed man, and they're like, dude, I want what you got. Would you sponsor me? I'm like, yeah. And today my drummer is actually my first sponsor to go through that program and graduate. And he told me, hey man, I play the drums. I'm like, dude, let's do this. You know, I've written about 150 songs. Let's do it. And we sat down and started practicing, and you know, the band formed. And next thing you know, we started going to the studio and putting down some songs. And we got a few songs ready to load up on MySpace Music at the time, before Reverb and all that stuff was. And we loaded them up, and there was like 11 In the Midst on there. I was like, ah, Lord, what do you want me to do? He's all, go to my word. That's what I kept saying. So I read His Word.
Because there's a few bands named In the Midst.
Yes, In the Midst of Lions. There's some real heavy, hardcore, good bands. And then there's like 11 other bands on that website that are cussing and not glorifying and keeping God the center. And so I just put God's number on it, 777, and we just rode with it. And God's been blessing us, you know, to this day. And In the Midst has been fortunate enough to play with hundreds and thousands of shows already, and it's been a blessing, you know. And we're just
what type of music?
We do Christian rock and metal. We also do a little bit of blues. We do acoustic worship. We try to touch a little bit of everything, you know. Mainly we just like to rock out and have fun. We pray hard and play loud. It's pretty cool.
You won an award.
We did. We won Rock Single of the Year at the LA Music Awards last year. This year we got nominated for Christian Contemporary Artist of the Year at the LA Music Awards. And then Artist and Music Awards came up to us after the show and said, hey, we'd like to nominate you in 3 categories: Christian/Gospel, the Rock Band of the Year, and Metal Band of the Year in the Artist and Music Awards, the Independent Music Awards. And we're blown away. I mean, that's all happening this year, and it just seems like God's taking me closer and closer to that goal. And I'd love to be out there playing with some of them major big bands, but we're just a little humble Christian rock band that just loves to go out and be a blessing.
Where are you guys going next?
Next, we are going to Hollywood. We will be at the Whiskey A Go-Go. Or no, actually, correction, we will be across the street from Capitol Records at the 22nd Annual LA Music Awards to receive a nomination. And then from there, we go to Boomers in Vista, and then the North Coast Church, and then on and on. We're just going to keep rolling.